Hey guys, welcome back to another Tasting Tuesday video. I hope you're doing well, and I'm doing well, and I'm really excited to hopefully bring you guys some more value. Now, I picked this up off the bar cart. This is a MEZCAL. I don't know if we've done MEZCAL. I think we did Chica Capa from Del Maguey, but this is actually straight from Mexico. We brought it back in the Cabo airport. We actually tried it a couple times while we were in Cabo and really liked it. They had a couple different varieties, and I thought it was worth the buy on the way back. So this has been sitting there for a year. I think I've just started seeing this in stores, so that's why I wanted to do this one. I don't really want to review things that you guys can't find, but I think it's a total wine. I think there's a couple other places that sell this. This is the Los NAHUALES MEZCAL. I think I'm saying that right. It is the Espadin. So MEZCAL is very much like tequila. It is made from agave, but MEZCAL can be made from any type of agave, not just Blue Weber agave, I believe is what they use for tequila, and it has to be from Tequila, Mexico. So MEZCAL can be any type of agave, which there's a lot of them, and it can be anywhere in Mexico. Usually we'll say the state. A lot of them come from Oaxaca. So this one is from Santiago Matalin, Oaxaca. This is Espadin, which is the agave that they use. It says the age on this agave is 8 years. And so they only produce 9,000 liters. And the class is Joven. Joven is usually the clear, I believe. So yeah, let's hop right into it. Really cool artisanal bottle they have there. And this is coming in a little hot. This is at 47% alcohol. MEZCAL usually will be a little bit hotter, a little higher on the alcohol than tequila. And again, it's going to have that amazing smoky flavor. Apparently, when they used to make tequila, they would bury the agave, kind of cover it with leaves and sticks and wood, and they would smoke it to cook it. And so it really had a smoky, sweet flavor to it. But then they eventually, in the 20s, 30s, they moved to just making it in ovens. And so now that smoke flavor is gone, it's all sweet. There can be some spice and some different things from wood, from different blends and different things. But MEZCAL is still made by smoking the agave. And so you get that incredible smoky flavor. So let's dive into the tasting. Wow. I mean, right off the bat is MEZCAL. It's that smoke. Smells like a barbecue. There's some more in there. A little bit of pineapple. Hint of lime peel. Maybe a hint of vanilla. Wow. It's not giving us any notes on the bottle here. I was looking to see if it had anything. Kind of tells you the type of fire pit, the type of firewood, the fermentation, 7 days using natural yeast, how they still it, and the distillation, 2 distillations on this. So let's dive into the taste. The alcohol is what I'm getting immediately. I mean, at 47%, this is on the higher side. I know last week we did a whiskey, I think it was 45, and I was saying how when you get up past 45, it really becomes more difficult to get the flavor notes out because it's just too much alcohol. So like watering it down a little bit would help. Putting it over ice, this would probably go great in a cocktail, but this is very artisanal. So this is not your low quality MEZCAL that you just throw into a cocktail. This is more of a sipping MEZCAL. I mean, that pineapple, that lime, a little bit of salt. There's a pepper to it. The pepper just explodes in your mouth, almost like you're taking a bite of a spicy food. It's really it's really remarkable. I think this mezcal is one of the better ones I've had. I know I really like Chicacapa for those chocolate espresso notes in it. Espadín is usually what they make mezcal out of. That's probably the most common. There's different ones. One of the most rare mezcals is made from the Topex Tate agave. And so I think that has to age up to 26 years before they make it into mezcal. So they'll go up into the mountains and they'll try and find these wild Topex Tate plants agaves to make into mezcal. And so that's a very limited production. But Espadín seems to be the most common. Okay, there. There's a nice cinnamon. I get that note of those cinnamon Altoids. You know, they have like a sweetness to them, but they're intensely spicy. And when you put this in your mouth, you immediately get that smoke and that spice, and it really resembles like that cinnamon mint. But then it very quickly mellows out to a fruit. You get a little bit of pineapple, a little bit of lime peel, a little bit of sandalwood in there. Maybe a hint of vanilla, hint of wood. I don't know if they're using any wood. Maybe that's just coming through from the smoke when they burn the firewood to smoke it. I mean, this is amazing. I mean, I haven't had it in probably a year, and this really, really blew me away here. It is pretty smoky. So, I mean, if you haven't had mezcal before, I mean, you take a sip of this, you're going to be like, that's a fireplace. But I've had enough mezcal now to know what it is, and to know that this one is probably more on the mellow side. It has that cinnamon, that spice, that smoke, but then it very quickly softens into, you know, pineapple and lime and some really interesting notes there. This is a great sipper. I mean, my wife loves mezcal, especially if we go to Mexico. You know, we'll end the night, she'll go to the bar and say, give me a mezcal neat. She has it with a side of some orange wedges that they cut. And so she'll have a bite of the orange, sip of the mezcal. And it's great. And so she actually tried this at the last hotel we were at. And I tried it. It was great. They had different kinds there. But this is the only one they had at the airport in the duty-free section. So we could bring it back. So we did, and now I'm starting to see it more readily available, and I think it's great. So I gotta give this a good rating here, an 8.8 out of 10. I think it's up there with, you know, some of the best mezcal that I've had, and I think the price point's around $40, maybe $45, and so it's not cheap for a mezcal or a tequila, but it is relatively cheap. For the amount of value that it's bringing. So I think this is a home run for mezcal, and I hope you guys like the video. Keep tasting, keep trying new things, and we'll see you back here next week with another tasting.